Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Intuitive Energy Forecast for March 31st, 2022. I'm Arlene Grace, an intuitive energy coach, master numerologist, and channel. So, as I was tuning into the energy, I noticed last night as I was going to bed that the energy had shifted and my mind had already started to run. So, today's energy is that of the 4 and the 5 of clubs. And so the 4 is really talking about stability, about safety, about creating structure. It can also be control, where we're trying to create control in our lives in order to have safety, in order to feel valid, in order to feel loved, and to notice where you may be controlling your own experiences. The 5 of clubs is this, for last night with me, it felt like this wave of like, all right, here are all your thoughts. Where are you going to focus? And my mind could easily and quickly go down this downward spiral, right? Down this pathway of all of the things that I didn't want. And it wasn't until I was like, oh, here it is. Here's the energy of the 5 of clubs, where my mind just was like, okay, you got it, boom. And I shifted back, but I could feel it again as I woke up, where my mind wanted to just go, and it wanted to go into, oh, you got to do this. And are you sure you have enough time for that? And are you sure you got this? And all of the things in order to get the things done. What about time? And I had to stop myself again in the moment and said, no, this is not my day. My day is going to be impactful. It's going to be inspired. It's going to be fun. It's going to be full of love. It's going to be full of my intention. And my intention is to thrive, right? And so with this 4, the stability, the security, it also speaks to survival and thriving, right? Because you're going to feel this mood of, I need to get this done. I need to go and do that. And you might be inspired to check off your list, right? Your task list, so that you can feel this sense of, I've done it. And yet, in a day or on a day like this, if you go with a checklist, and this is any day really, you're going to really just give yourself a quick adrenaline hit of, oh, okay, I feel valid, I did it. Oh, okay, I feel good because I did it. And yet it's not inspired. And so you're spending your day working harder than you have to. So as I was feeling into this energy, it was, we're going down the path. We're going down the golden path, and the golden path is going to get you to where you want to go, right? And the invitation is to ask, well, whose path is this, right? Is this my path? Or is this another path that's been designed by society, by my mom, by culture, by what I think is right in order to be successful? And so it took me back to when I was working corporate. And when I was working corporate, I was doing all of the things. I mean, at this place that I was working at, the very idea of getting hired there was like gold, because you get hired there to retire. And you're going to have amazing benefits, and you're going to make amazing money, and there's going to be all of this overtime, and you could be making a good $1 and it's going to be extraordinary, and all of those things. And so, it was like I got the golden ticket when I got hired there. And yet, while I was there, there was something within me. There was this intuitive knowing of, you want more. This isn't your path. And so I had an experience where I had actually been injured, and I was off work for about 6-7 months. And I couldn't walk. I had twisted, dislocated, done all these things to my knee. And I used that time, or the inspiration was, all right, begin your business. This is your beautiful opportunity to begin your side hustle, right? A Reiki practitioner is what I was then. And I didn't do it. And so several months later, of course, I went back to work. And again, I was in this place of not thriving. I was in this place of survival. I was working midnights. I was seeing my children an hour a day. I was trying to make all of this money in order to support them. And yet I wasn't supporting them. because I wasn't there for them. And so I was doing all of the material things, thinking that the material things would actually benefit them, benefit me. And yet here I was stuffing down all of my emotions, not feeling good about what I did. Everything that I was doing there was not fulfilling my values. They were actually outside of my values, because at this place that I was working, we were hurting people to work faster. We were looking for problems that they were making. We were shaming them. We were controlling them. We were doing all of the things that were outside of who I was. And so then there was another experience. And the other experience was I was being sexually harassed. And it was this, are you going to do it now? Are you going to leave now? Are you going to leave this golden path that you think is going to lead you to that castle with all of the money and the car and the house and the happy kids and happy you when you retire? Or are you actually going to see all of the evidence, all of the experiences, which is today, all of these people, all of these experiences with people, with things, with places, all of that, to show you where you're actually in survival, where you're actually not feeling safe, where there's this false sense of security and stability in your life? Are you going to listen now? Because we're showing you. And I still didn't do it. And then it got worse. And it got to a point where I got really sick. Got sick. Couldn't get out of bed. Couldn't take care of my kids. Couldn't do any of the things that I was striving to do on this golden path. I was in survival. And so it wasn't until I decided that I was actually going to stand up for me, and I was going to jump off this golden path and come onto mine based on what I wanted, based on what I was desiring, bless you, based on my values, based on who I was, what I wanted, and what it felt like. And so this journey of switching paths was a little bit messy, and yet it was inspired. And this is the energy that we have today. Are you surviving, or are you thriving? And when you take a look and you observe how you are experiencing life today, when you notice what's happening in your life today, your invitation is to ask yourself, how am I here? Am I surviving life, or am I moving in the direction of thriving in my life? As I see all of these people, as I experience them, as I feel them, because remember, I was stuffing all of my emotions down so that I wouldn't feel it. And I was trying to put positivity on it and bypassing my emotions by saying, that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to be happy. And yet happy on my face was not happy in my body. Right? That's okay. There's going to be a silver lining there. Well, the silver lining was that I actually became ill, and that was enough of a sign for me to wake up. It was enough of a sign to see my child crying because she could not help me. It was enough for me to see that at that point, I would rather die than go back there. Now, die physically? No. But die metaphorically, in the sense that I would leave behind something that I thought was my golden ticket. Leave behind the false idea that that was actually everything that I wanted. To leave behind what everyone else thought was right for me. To leave behind the prescription of society and that place. And to allow myself to be rebirthed into who I am now, which again was just this journey. And so, are you willing to thrive? Are you willing to have the life that you desire, knowing that you can have more? And when you look at the path that you are on, is it a path to a golden ticket that is an illusion? Because your mind, your body, your emotions, your spirit will tell you. You just have to listen. Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share. Today, focus on what you want. Focus the mind in the direction of what you want and spin that way. Spin in the direction of your possibilities, spin in the direction of your dreams, and dream big. Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share and I'll be happy to respond. This weekend, we've got JonahLIVE, which is going to be an extraordinary 3-hour experience where there's going to be channeling, there's going to be medicue, there's going to be question, there's going to be anchoring in shift in just 3 hours. And so if you are curious, I'm going to post the link in the comments. And yeah, we also have Mind Shift. Mind Shift begins tomorrow, 6-month container. A 6-month container that will absolutely change your life. Change every single aspect of your life, change how you feel about you, change what you believe about you, change how you experience the world. Yeah. So if you're curious about that, I'm going to invite you to connect with me. I'm done. Have a beautiful day. Love you all. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.